Right, we are down at Balmoral and about to test out a little walk jog. Ankle is taped up, feeling good. I'll let you know how we go. Just finished run number 1. Did 1 minute on, 1 minute off for 10 minutes and then 2 minutes on, 1 minute off for 20 minutes. And felt totally fine, very happy. Right, you joined me on day 5 post-injury and feeling good. It's a little bit rainy today, which is kind of refreshing. I'm doing a 5-minute jog, 1 minute walk for 30 minutes and everything's feeling really good. The only issue is that I put my earphones in, hit start on my watch and then heard the doo-doo-doo powering off sound and my earphones out of battery, so that's a bit of a shame. I've kept them in because I've got nowhere to put them, in case you're wondering. Gosh, it's really starting to rain. I need to be careful to not look at this and look at the ground because we don't want ankle sprain number 2. The only thing I am noticing is that it definitely doesn't like uphills. I think that kind of like forces it into that dorsiflex position, and it also doesn't like sharp turns. Yeah, flat, smooth, we're good. Anything outside of that doesn't hurt, it just makes me a bit nervous and feels a little bit tight. I don't know if you can relate to this, but I always find when I'm injured, I would assume that I would get more motivated and more excited to run because I'm missing out and crave coming back to it. But I often find I go the other way, and as soon as I've like had a few days off running, I just like can't be bothered. I don't know, I really struggle as soon as I don't have that routine and consistency and rhythm and habit. As soon as that's gone, I tend to be someone who leans more towards like, oh, let's just like forget this week. I've already missed 3 days, cancel the whole week. I've been running 6 days a week for the last 3 or 4 months, really happily, feeling really motivated and keen, consistent, disciplined, all that stuff. I would have thought that as soon as it was taken away from me or I was forced to have some days off, I would crave it more and I would be like longing for that next run. But today, like, I really didn't want to go. Like, it took a lot to just get out the door. As soon as I started, it was totally fine as always, but I didn't have that same drive and desire and excitement that I would normally have. Wondering if any of you relate, or maybe you go the other way and you miss it so much and just want to run all the time. And there's definitely part of me that feels that. I don't think scrolling on Strava helps, but yeah, there's a big part of me that as soon as I'm out of that routine, I just struggle to get back into it. I think as well, I'm probably someone who, if I'm not doing it how it should be done, then I think, what's the point? Whereas I should take on the mindset of just doing something is better than nothing. Whereas I think typically, like, you know, if I'm not following the program, if I'm not getting the kilometers I should be, not doing the long run as long as it should be, running as fast, whatever it is, then I may as well just not run at all. But that's so silly. Like, a short, slow run. I know this is like, saying it out loud, it just sounds so stupid. And I would never tell any of my athletes this, or I would think this is just incorrect. But it's what I think, and I need to work on that, because just getting out and doing a walk is better than not doing anything at all. And I think I need to move away from that all or nothing mindset and just know that if it's not perfect, it's okay. No, I was just saying how good running in the rain is. The only dilemma or issue I have with it is it ruins your shoes, specifically white shoes. Oh, they're just never the same again. Once you run in the rain, ruined. That topic, I've never put my shoes in the washing machine, but everyone seems to, and they seem to survive. So leave a comment below. Do you put your shoes in the washing machine, and do they survive or do they get ruined? Because I'm too nervous. This whole like jog, walk interval thing is just lovely. Like, if you're someone who is struggling to run at the moment or trying to get into it, just jog for a couple of minutes or until you've had enough, and then walk for a bit, and then do that a couple times. It's actually really enjoyable. Back from the run now and feeling a little bit soggy, but going to do some of my rehab exercises now. So it wouldn't be a rehab session without some calf raises. I'm also going to pair these with some tib ant raises. Up against the wall, hinging forward slightly, knees locked out straight or slightly bent, and lifting toes up towards our shins. So you want to start feeling that through the front there. So we're not just working the back of the lower leg, but also through the front. If you've had an injury to the ankle, we want to make sure that everything surrounding that area is nice and strong and robust. I'm also going to pair that with a little bit of balance work. So standing on the injured side, I'm reaching my other foot as far out in front as I can while trying to be nice and stable on the left side. And then come out to about 45 degrees, same thing. This will also start to work, depending on how I do it, start to work through that dorsiflexion range of motion as well. So we've got those three, the calf raises, tib ant raises, and the balance work as a bit of a superset as a warm-up. I'm also going to add in some single leg hinges, kind of like a regression from a single leg deadlift, and then once I'm able to, I'll add some weight. So standing on one leg, lift the other leg off the floor. I'm reaching my hands down to the floor while balancing, obviously, and extending the other leg back. Now this is surprisingly hard, even just with body weight. Really focusing on keeping that foot planted on the ground. I've got my big toe, pinky toe and heel all in contact with the ground. Trying not to lose my balance, so that's going to need a bit of work. I also want to keep working on those single leg sit to stands that we were working on the other day. Trying to be nice and stable. I don't know if my balance is always this bad or if this is purely from the injury. That feels better. I think once you do a few, get a bit more comfortable. So I'll pair up those single leg hinges and the single leg sit to stands, do about 3 sets of about 6 to 8 reps, or until I feel a bit of fatigue in the leg and like I've had enough. And then I'll leave it there. So nice and simple, something just quick and easy, continuing to build some strength and balance in that side. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on Instagram. Also check out our podcast if you haven't already. There'll be some more exciting videos coming out that isn't just me talking about my ankle very soon. But thank you for following along and thank you for all your support.